My name is Katie Nolan, and I grew up in the Granite Bay area with my parents and my brother. I think they would all say just I was a really good kid. I wanted to do the right things, and I thought that that is what would put me into a right relationship with God. But then in 8th grade was invited by a neighborhood friend. In exchange for her coming to Mass with me, I told her I would go to youth group with her. So I came to the Lord really in 8th grade through, I think, freshman years where I really understood the gospel, that it wasn't based on my own moral performance. It was entirely based on the person of Jesus Christ and what he accomplished for me. And the environment of a youth group with other students around me who were asking me to pray for me, we were talking about faith on a regular basis, was not what was happening in my school days growing up. And so in 8th grade and freshman year, I really came to know the Lord in a different way. And then my faith really, I would say, grew all through my high school years, being a part of that student community. Just having that reference point of the truth of the gospel and the truth of scriptures, that those don't waver. And praying throughout my day, talking to the Lord because it's a relationship and it's not just religion, like I think I grew up kind of feeling. Seeing what God is doing in people's individual lives is a huge way that I feel like I experience Christ. I think knowing that what I do, even in the mundane or in the details, has an eternal significance is what drives me. What's going on in my heart, what's going on in my thoughts, just even acknowledging the beauty of a day created and that I get to walk in it is why I get up, and I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to minister within my local church body. That is a joy and a gift to me. Up until now, the biggest trial I faced would be the loss of my brother when I was 19. Gosh, well, it's something you don't expect, right? It was so sudden, really felt like, wow, this is where the rubber meets the road. Is what I say I believe? How's this gonna play out? I didn't doubt God or that he existed in that time. I wanted to know that he knew the pain and that he was gonna walk with me in it, and he did. I wouldn't say that it hurt any less, but there was a deep sense of hope. Even just the way that he used the church to provide hope for our family, but also just his word and the truth that if I didn't have him, if I didn't have the hope of where my brother went, or that I would have that same ending in Christ, then I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people grieve like that without hope. He will come through on his promises, which he did for me time and time again, and in the darkest points of my life, he was my counselor, he was my comforter. I bring in a hope in my heart for people who are really struggling, and in a dark season, that God will not change, and he will provide in your greatest point of need. He is who he says he is. I'm Katie Nolan, and before Christ, I was a good girl who did all the right things. But now I know that I'm a daughter of the King who accomplished all of the right things for me.